Hello everybody, welcome to the P Security channel. Today I'll be taking a look at Microsoft Security Essentials, and I think the latest version is 4.1. It's 4.1.5 to 2.0. So this is what it looks like. It's very basic as it used to be in the last version, and let me show you that it's up to date. The settings are also pretty simple. There's nothing that an advanced user might want to mess with. But I will just be removing all the threads that it finds just so that it leaves nothing behind or anything isn't disinfected. But of course I recommend leaving it to recommended action in case I were using it on my own computer. That's what I'd do. Other than that, there's not really anything that I've changed. This is just the way it comes set up. And I've selected the basic membership for MAPS, which is Microsoft Advanced Protection Service, a cloud security service. And other than that, there's nothing in here to play with. So as you can see, it's up to date. Now let's take a look at the memory usage. We've got one main service over here, which is the anti-malware service executable. I don't think it uses anything else at all, so it's one process. It's using about 35 megabytes right now. So it looks like it disabled my arrow for some reason. No, in fact not. So it's using about 36 megabytes, which is a little bit on the high side, but I haven't experienced any kind of system slowdown, and this is the first time I'm using Arrow on my virtual machine, so it's pretty light on the system. I have no complaints about that. And regarding the startup times, I think they're pretty quick, so I'll give it full marks in performance. And also in usability, because it's pretty simple and easy to use. You can just do everything very easily. So let's take a look at the results here. Let me bring them up. Microsoft Security Essentials. I've given it grade A for performance and usability. So now let's get to the actual test. From what I'm seeing, I haven't exactly noticed any kind of zero-day malware component in Microsoft Security Essentials, but hopefully it will, they do have a cloud, so maybe that'll come up with something. So these are all zero-day malware. I have modified my list a little bit. I've removed phishing websites for this test only. And the reason for that is Microsoft Security Essentials doesn't have anything against phishing websites. So that's the reason why I've removed it. I think anyone watching this video should note that. And other than that, what I've done is I've added 2 links to compensate for the removed anti-phishing. So 2 more executable malware. Now why I've done that is because I want to see how well the product does against things that it's supposed to protect you from. I don't want to, just blame them for not having the right features. So they do have protection against viruses, and that's what I'm testing it against. So here's the first file. It's a Trojan, and all of this is verified malware. So anything that I don't get an alert for is going to be counted as a miss, because the alert procedure for MSC is very messy, so it might be tough to find out which files were caught or not. So it just verified the links twice, and all of these are malware. So if something's not caught, like that one, Let's make sure that it's in memory. Yep, there it is. And it's busy doing something too. So first one was missed. Not a great start. So let's try out the second one. This is a zipped file. Let me try to save it to my desktop and see if I get anything from Security Essentials. Okay, this one got caught, and it says no action needed. As you can see, it's still removing threat, and this is one more complaint I have about Security Essentials. The removal process is quite slow. You can see it's taking so long to just get rid of a file. It's not even disinfecting it or anything, just delete it. Okay, it's done, so it wasn't that bad. Here's another Trojan, and it also got blocked. So far we have only one miss. This is probably some kind of keylogger software. And it should be caught. It's caught by most of the major engines. Well, this one's being verified. Let's try out the next link. There is some kind of adware packed with the Trojan, so it should be caught. This one's still being verified. This keylogger wants administrator privileges, and it seems to be working just fine. This one's still being checked by MSC, I suspect. No alert on the keylogger. So finally I'm getting one alert by Microsoft, and it's probably for this adware. Now let me see. Yeah, so what happened is that the Trojan packed with this adware got blocked. So that's the major thing that I wanted to see, so I'll just see if any other crap gets installed. Now this is just basic adware, and I don't really care about this part. Looks like something got blocked at least. It wasn't the keylogger, because the keylogger file just started up successfully. So let's not lose track here. The keylogger is pretty much active. And you can call this a potentially unwanted program if you want, or illegal software. I don't know how to classify it. Okay, so I guess the last thing that piece of adware and Oh, very nice. So now this crap probably got caught, and Microsoft wants me to reboot to get rid of that. So we'll do that later. Right now, I think, and now my Windows is no longer activated. So that thing, although some part of it was caught by Microsoft, was still able to do a lot of crap. So I'm not very pleased. So right now, the first one got missed. So was the keylogger, and this one was partially missed. I don't know how to classify that. We'll see. So I'm going with 3 misses so far. This is another Trojan. See if MSC blocks this one. Uh-oh. Doesn't look like it got blocked. There's loads of process running around that shouldn't be there. In fact, this thing probably got caught by the cloud. Yep. So the cloud got rid of that one, so... Oh, sorry about that. Just hit the wrong button. So this one was caught by Microsoft, so that's not a miss. Let's carry on. 2 more files to go. 3 misses so far. Remember that this time there are 8 executable malware instead of just 6. This one wants administrator privileges, and it's going to get them because Microsoft Security Essentials is not doing anything. So apparently this one also, yep, it did make it through to the system. So that's not great news. That's number 4 to be missed. Okay, the last one got caught. So Microsoft Security Essentials still got a lot of work to do on their executable malware prevention. That's all I can say. So let me see if that piece of adware did get through. In fact, it did. So that's 4 misses as I counted them. And I'm not going to reboot. I will reboot, in fact, but while it's rebooting, let's take a look at the results. Now, for the executable malware, it looks like it's blocked only 4 out of 8, because we had 4 misses pretty clearly. One's keylogger, one's adware, one is now the first one that we ran, the Trojan, and we had another Trojan which has most probably changed my browser homepage. I'll show you that when we reboot. And that's probably one more Trojan, so just 4 misses. A keylogger, a couple of Trojans, and one was the restrict.exe and one was the QQ something one, and 1 adware. So have to say I'm pretty disappointed, because I thought Microsoft would do place decent in this section, because so far everybody's got almost like 5 out of 6 or something at least. So pretty disappointed, but let's see how it does against the exploits. So I guess I'll pause right now and I'll show you guys my browser when I get back. I just rebooted and I'm welcomed by that these crash alerts from QQSRnet, which is never a good thing. So it looks like it was trying to do something that it couldn't do. So, but anyway, it's added a startup item, which is not very pleasant. Let's see if anything has happened to our browser. Now, this was not my home page when I opened it the last time. So, certainly a lot of things that are happening that shouldn't be, and Microsoft is to blame. So now let's see how it does against these exploits. Now these are also verified. This thing's going to drop a file, and it probably has already dropped it. But it was caught by Microsoft Security Essentials and removed. So that one did get caught. Here's one more exploit. It's a black hole, and it dropped some file, and that too got blocked. So 2 on 2 on the exploits. So we have a total of 6 out of 10, which means it's just manages grade B. So it's not very good. I mean, 6 out of 10 is not a great result, but it's kind of like just a par score. If it would have done any worse, I'd have said it's pretty bad. So now let's disable MSC for a while and get some malware. So I'll just pause the real-time protection. And grab my malware, and I'll be right back. I just unpacked my pack of malware, and we have 293 items. So now I'll just do a right-click scan, and let's see how many Security Essentials can catch. These are all, 4-day or 5-day-old malware, so I'm expecting a pretty high detection rate. So since the scan and removal is pretty slow, I'll just pause, and I'll be back when the scan is done. Welcome back. The scan just completed, and I'm just going to hit this big clean PC button, and it's set to remove everything. So let's see how long this takes. Microsoft Security Essentials does have a disinfect feature, which is pretty good. Looks like the removal process has speeded up quite a lot, because last time I tried it, it was like terribly slow, like a snail. Right now it's not too bad. So right now it's hitting at grade A, and grade B. See what kind of detection rate pulls up. So it looks like it's slowed down, so I guess I'll pause and I'll be back when everything's removed. After a long time, this removal process completed, and now we can finally... Okay, and it still wants me to send a lot of stuff to find out whether they're malicious or not. So anyway, I'll just turn on the real-time protection, and let's see what it has missed. Oh dear. We have 113 items in here, which is quite a lot, in fact. So let's just wait for this to come back on, and then I'll just try to make sure that it's not going to detect anything else. Yes, this is quite a lot. I think I'll show you at the end of the test how many Komodo got of this malware. Looks like that's it. So we had 293. And that's a detection rate of 61.4%. Pretty disappointing. And looks like that's it. So 61.4. That's all that Microsoft could manage. And so the grade, now that's what I'm thinking about, because this is a pretty bad detection rate. These are pretty old files. Any good security software should get at least an 80 to 85. And even average security software is going to get 65 plus. So this is definitely going to be grade C. So far Microsoft Security Essentials has not been very impressive. So let's just try run some of these and actually see if it blocks anything, if the cloud comes into play, or is this it? Let's just see if we get any kind of alert whatsoever, because I doubt if we'll get any, because it doesn't appear to have any kind of zero-day components. Nothing really is happening, so I'm assuming that they're not going to do anything, because I've tried so many files and I'm not getting a single alert from Microsoft Security Essentials. Let me open up Task Manager and make sure that we have a few processes running, and I don't have to wait to find that out. There's tons of stuff running around in here, so they certainly do not have any zero-day components. Because if they couldn't even block a single piece of malware out of all of these files, I ran, okay, maybe I spoke too soon. So it looks like one of the files was caught by the cloud. It doesn't really tell me that which component caught it or what exactly happened. So I have no way of knowing that file was caught by the cloud or by the signatures, but I mean, it still doesn't seem that their zero-day component is doing much. And I don't even know if their cloud is behavioral based, or is it just meant to house a larger database of signatures. So I'll give it some more time here because this is a cloud-based product, and then let's see if I get any more alerts. I will let you guys know. In fact, I was waiting, and the only thing that started working was the malware, and it rebooted my machine, and now my Windows user account control is turned off, and all sorts of things are happening. So they certainly do not have any kind of unknown malware infection prevention capabilities. I did get one alert, but that was it. And I ran so much malware, and right now my system just rebooted by itself. So another grade C to add to the glory of Microsoft Security Essentials, and I'm not at all pleased. This is a pretty popular security solution. It should be doing a lot better in my opinion. But anyway, the total grade is probably going to be it's a B, C, C, and 2 A's. So I'll give it a C+, and that's the final grade for Microsoft Security Essentials. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. I'm not at all pleased by Microsoft Security Essentials. Honestly, I expected a lot better performance than this. But anyway, I think I'll give you guys a little bit of clarification, because some of you might be surprised by this and you may say, oh, maybe the malware was different. So what I can do is I can take the malware to my host machine, do a scan with Komodo, and I'll show you how many files Komodo catches. Welcome back, everybody. As you can see, these are the same files that I tried with Security Essentials. Now I'm doing a right-click scan with Komodo. So you can see what Komodo has found over here, and I'm just going to hit the clean button, and I guess I'll be back when this is done. The removal is complete. Now let's see what we're left with. 31 items. So that's a detection rate of 89.41%, which is a world apart from what Microsoft Security Essentials managed. So overall, I think I'm very disappointed with Security Essentials, and right now I would not recommend it to anyone. The best thing to say is that Security Essentials appears to be as light on the security as it is on your system performance. So it's not a complete security suite. It's lacking a lot of features, and right now it's just not doing well. Even in the detection rate part, you saw it's almost 30% behind Komodo, and that's pretty pathetic. So I hope they improve. I hope they bring in some kind of zero-day malware prevention capabilities, because right now I think they're not even using heuristics. They do give very few false positives, but anyone would probably prefer better protection. So that's it for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It's been a long one, but I think this is pretty important. So have a nice day. Check out my channel, and talk to you guys later.